tell me when you can.
Yeah, we can see this. See the.
There we go. Fantastic. Very glad about that. All right, let's go. Apologies. You've seen the introduction to me. We don't need to get into any more detail on that one. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking to you about 3 general areas. The key topics are talking about established data science projects, talking about experimental data science projects, and then talking about the key differences between these 2 projects and talking about how that is going to be different to any of the other projects which you guys work on a relatively common basis. What is beyond the scope of today's discussion is what is data science? What is an actual data science model in terms of the nitty-gritty depth and detail of what these things are? What is data ops or deployment and deployment ops? How you gather data, how you manage data lakes, how you manage feedback loops and automated retraining. So the exact science of data science, the exact methods of data science is beyond what we're trying to talk about today. Now, that being said, do not worry, do not have concerns. If you don't have a grasp of data science or you don't understand the technologies behind it, don't worry, you don't need that to understand what I'm going to be covering off over the course of today. But before we go any further, what I'd really like to do is start off with just a baselining a few of the key terms and a few of the key contexts. First off, we have data scientists. Now, data scientists are the people who are responsible for analyzing, interpreting, and the processing of extremely large sets of data. They are also responsible for identifying patterns in that data and using those patterns to create computational models that underpin the actual machine learning itself. Next, we have the ML engineers. Now, the ML engineers are specialist software engineers that are skilled in the integration of those data models that the data scientists produce. Their role includes data handling, model output interpretation, and the development of UI that presents the outcomes of those modeling processes. So actually taking what is output from the model and presenting it on the screen in a way that is usable. There are lots of different ways that these ML engineers are described. Sometimes they're called ML engineers, sometimes they're data engineers, and sometimes they're AI engineers. But for the purpose of today, I'm going to blend over the very small differences between those different groups and refer to them all as data engineers. Nextly, we have machine learning. Now, machine learning has become the more accepted name for artificial intelligence. Following on from a series of films that have pervaded since the mid-80s, where machines have developed their own intelligence and sought to take over the world, there's been a bit of a swing away from terms like artificial intelligence and more towards machine learning. But machine learning covers all forms of machine-based computation. So that's machine learning or natural language processing, optimization, and prediction as well. Next, we have the computational model. Now, a computational model is the part where the machine interprets and learns. In fact, it is the intelligence part of artificial intelligence. Technically, a model is a code-based representation of a mathematical model that is used to interpret complex nonlinear systems. It can often be thought of really as a network of micro decisions that, when all those decisions are taken together, delivers a single conclusion with a certain level of confidence. And that conceptual model is very much the way we understand the way in which the human brain operates. A series of individual nodes which make parts of a decision, but when connected together, produce an entire decision. And this is modeled as far as is humanly possible within these computational models, within this machine learning environment. Normally, it's usually referred to as just a model, and that's what I'm going to be calling it as we go through the course of this presentation.